What if I told you that immortality is not a gift, but a theft? Sun Wukong did not wait for the gods to grant him eternal life. He took it by force. He deceived death, robbed heaven, and challenged the very order of the universe. This is not the story of a hero saved by the gods. It is the story of a monkey who became immortal. Before he was the Monkey King, Sun Wukong was just this, a stone creature born from a magical mountain. But he had a problem that torments every living being: death. Understanding the fragility of life, he realized that his kingdom on the mountain of flowers and fruit was destined to end. So he left everything behind. He sailed across dangerous oceans for almost 10 years. He sought a master. He found Patriarch Subodhi. Subodhi's monastery hid among the clouds of a sacred mountain. 10 years. This is the time Sun Wukong spent as a disciple. 7 years as a novice, sweeping floors and gathering wood. 3 years as a direct disciple, learning the secrets of the Tao. But the true teaching came one night in secret. The patriarch whispered the secret of immortality into his ear. It was not spectacular magic, it was something deeper. Taoist breathing exercises, techniques to absorb the yang energy of the universe, retain the vital essence, circulate spiritual energy through the body's meridians. This was inner cultivation, the Ne Dan, the first level of immortality. Transform oneself from the inside. But Subodhi warned him, obtaining immortality is only the beginning. Heaven does not tolerate those who challenge its laws. Subodhi called the disciple and revealed a terrible truth. You have reached the Tao. You have stolen the secret of eternal life. But heaven does not tolerate thieves. Every 500 years, heaven would send a calamity to destroy him. The first, thunder. The second, fire. The third, wind. They were not simple natural disasters, they were cosmic punishments designed to annihilate anyone who had defied the natural order. Sun Wukong asked if there was a way out. Subodhi nodded. There is an art. The 72 earthly transformations. It was not immortality in itself, it was something more practical, the art of deceiving fate. He could transform into anything, a bird to escape the thunder, a fish to escape the fire, an insect to hide from the wind. Every transformation was a chance of survival, every form a way to confuse the eyes of heaven. Sun Wukong did not want just to survive, he wanted to win, and now he had the weapons to do it. But death did not yield. One night, drunk after a feast, Sun Wukong fell asleep. Yet he did not awaken upon his mountains. 2 emissaries of the underworld had dragged him away into the darkness, clad in black robes, a rope bound to his soul, their faces expressionless. Sun Wukong did not attack at once. He waited until he stood before the palace of King Yanluo. Only then did he open his eyes. He realized where he was. Drawing his magical staff, with a single blow he reduced the messengers of death to pulp. He burst into the palace, threatened the infernal judges, and found the book of life and death. Within that book was recorded the date of death for every being. Sun Wukong took up the brush. He crossed out his own name. Then he crossed out the names of all his monkeys. In that moment, he became immune to natural death. He had deceived the cosmic bureaucracy. But heaven does not forget. Heaven does not forgive. The Jade Emperor faced a dilemma: how to tame this rebellious monkey without resorting to force. The solution was cunning. They offered him a title and a post: Keeper of the Peach Garden of the Queen Mother of the West. It was an honor. It was also a trap. For within that garden lay heaven's most precious treasure, the peaches of immortality. These were no ordinary fruits. The 3,000-year peaches ripened once every 3 millennia. Those who ate them attained basic immortality and a body light as a feather. The 6,000-year peaches, ripening every 6 millennia, guaranteed ascension to heaven while still alive. But the 9,000-year peaches were different. They ripened every 9 millennia, and those who tasted them gained longevity equal to heaven and earth themselves. Sun Wukong was the keeper, but he was also a monkey, and monkeys cannot resist temptation. So day after day, he began to steal them. He ate them by the tens, by the hundreds, perhaps by the thousands. Each peach was another layer of immortality, each bite greater power. But the true feast was yet to come.
The Queen Mother of the West was organizing the Great Peach Banquet, a sacred event. Only the most important immortals were invited. Sun Wukong waited. He waited for the invitation, but it never arrived. Someone had decided that a monkey, no matter how powerful, was not worthy of sitting among the gods. That was the last straw. Sun Wukong did not ask permission. He did not negotiate. He acted. He infiltrated the celestial palace while everyone prepared the banquet. He found the most precious peaches remaining, those of 9,000 years, and devoured them all. Then he saw the jars of celestial wine, distilled for the immortals. He emptied them, but he was not finished yet. Something drew him to the palace of Laozi, the supreme alchemist of heaven. There, 5 sealed gourds guarded the ultimate secret, the golden pills of immortality. Refined through cosmic cycles, created with divine ingredients, the peak of Taoist alchemy. Sun Wukong broke the seals and ate them, all raw and cooked. In a single night, he had consumed centuries of divine work. He had robbed heaven of its most precious treasure. But now he was something more than an immortal. He was a weapon.
Captured. Finally captured. After defeating celestial armies, after declaring war on heaven itself, Sun Wukong had been imprisoned. Laozi proposed a definitive solution, the alchemical furnace of the 8 trigrams. 49 days. This was the time needed to refine an immortal until he was reduced to ash. The sacred fire would burn every trace of his existence. They lit the fire, they closed the lid, and waited. Day after day the furnace burned. The flames danced according to the principles of the Tao. The heat reached impossible temperatures. After 49 days, Laozi opened the lid. He expected ash. He found Sun Wukong, alive, stronger than before. The fire had not destroyed him, it had transformed him. His body had become hard as diamond, resistant to any weapon, to any magic. But there was more. His eyes had acquired a terrible power. He could see through every illusion, every deception, every transformation. Nothing could hide from his gaze. Heaven had tried to destroy him and instead had created a monster.
Sun Wukong was now immortal through inner cultivation, immortal through bureaucratic erasure, immortal through the divine peaches, immortal through the celestial wine, immortal through the alchemical pills, protected by the 72 transformations, forged in sacred fire, with a body of diamond and eyes that see the truth. 5 levels of immortality, 2 defensive powers, 1 single monkey. Sun Wukong didn't receive immortality as a gift. He took it. Beyond death, beyond the heavens, a single monkey. Perhaps true immortality isn't living forever. It's becoming something time cannot erase. Imprisoned for 500 years, he never lost what he had conquered. And you? What stage of your journey are you on? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe, Sun Wukong's journey has just begun.